So that's the bulk of my emergency gear in terms of automotive things. Now under the seat of the back seat of the truck I keep a lot of the emergency gear personally. So if I need, you know, this is like the 5 C's, fire, water, food, shelter type things, back here under the back seat. So let me bring you in closer and I'll show you that. I apologize, the camera's right in the light. I'm only doing so much to, you know, I can only do so much. This was kind of an interesting year because I've got power electric seats on the driver and passenger side, but this is not a 4-door. This is a 3-door. I only have one extended cab back door. The other one does not open. So it's kind of an interesting year that it's got electric power seats, but even though the 4-door was an option in this year, it didn't come with it. So just kind of interesting. So open up the back seat. It may not look like a whole lot, but if you looked at it about a week ago, it probably had twice as much stuff. What I've been able to do is kind of eliminate a lot of the redundant things and just boil it down to a basic small container that's got a lot of my 5 C's. So I'm going to get back here to where you guys can see and I can show you. So the first thing is on this side, on the passenger side under the seat, is where I keep seasonal things. So in the winter time, this is mainly gloves, hoodie, or toboggans, mainly just keeping warm items right there. Underneath on this shelf back here, I've got a canteen which has water purification tablets in there, a poncho. I've got 2 more pairs of gloves under the seat right here. I keep a towel and a washcloth. I have a World War II mess kit. I've got a metal water bottle. A searchlight, not a searchlight, just a regular clamp-on work light. Bear spray. A scarf. Some suspenders for working. Another toboggan. And then, and keep in mind, and I'm going to make a separate disclaimer at the end of this video, some of the things in here I do not bring with me when I go to places like school. Obviously carrying weapons on a school campus is not a good idea, and I don't want to deal with that, and we're not going to get into the politics of it because everybody's got their views on it, and I definitely have my views on it, but for the sake of brevity for this video, we're not going to get into that. Just leave it at, I don't carry some of this stuff with me to school, so keep that in mind. But when I'm not in school, I keep my council tool 3-foot felling axe in here, because if it's wintertime and I need to get a fire going and warm up for whatever reason, I'm not screwing around. I want a big axe, so I'm going to carry a big axe in here. I keep a spare pair of boots. These are desert combat boots. I keep a extra pair of socks in the compartment on that door right there. So even if I'm in a suit and tie, I still have good boots to wear in this situation where I need to, take care of myself for the night. Also keep a machete in here. Like I said, not when I go to school. I've also got a first aid kit in here. I'm not going to go through this today. Let's just call it, let's say it's a very comprehensive kit for small cuts and abrasions as well as bleeding. So this is kind of a must for, when you're working, when you're doing construction or handyman stuff. This is definitely very important to have. Next, 100 feet of rope. Keep just a little portfolio book for managing my handyman business and stuff that I like to do from time to time. Toilet paper, that's a necessity. And then beyond that, I've got quite a bit of food. I've got 1 full MRE right here. I've got another Coleman freeze-dried meal right here. And then I've got a big old plastic bag full of ramen noodles, hot chocolate, grits, oatmeal. I've got a spoon in here. I've got steel wool for wiping out my containers. Easily 3 or 4 days worth of food in this bag alone. And then I've got a whole MRE, which you can stretch out quite a bit if you needed to, as well as a freeze-dried meal. So the amount of food in here is plenty enough for a situation where I'm stuck out for a few days. And then the last thing is the bulk of my emergency gear, and I keep that in just a little plastic container. And I'll put this out on the tailgate, and we'll go over this in more detail, because this is the bulk of my emergency gear. Alright, my battery's running low, so I'm going to try and make this quick. I keep a hygiene kit that has washcloth, soap, toothpaste, deodorant, toothbrush, pretty much anything you need for hygiene, dental floss for quite a long time in here. This is a little mesh hammock, about 50 feet of jute twine, emergency space blanket, extra plastic bag, small little, fairly inexpensive but actually high value sheath knife. It's kind of a Nesmik style. Another toothbrush, another rain poncho. This is a solid 100-foot hank of paracord. It is not cut up, 100 feet. 2 candles. Waxed jute tinder. If you're curious on that, I do have a video on it. This is some really good tinder. As well as my waxed cotton discs. Also done a video on these. Another emergency space blanket. Small pocket knife. Compass. Jump drive. Signal mirror. More water purification tablets. More hanks of paracord, probably another 40 feet. Jeff White knife. Super nice knife. I won that at the Pathfinder Gathering this year. Some Ranger bands, and then a whole brand new 5-pack of Bic lighters. When it comes to getting a fire going in an emergency situation, you don't want to screw around. So that's why I carry those waxed cotton discs, which burn for 20 minutes a piece, and a brand new 5-pack of Bic lighters. So between that and a Council Tool 3-foot felling axe, you should be able to get a fire going in any situation. So this is the bulk of my emergency gear. This is what I would rely on if a situation were to come up. This is the honey hole of my emergency kit. This is it right here. As far as the front part of the truck is concerned, I do have a couple things up here as well. The main one is I have a CB radio in here, if y'all can see that. And this is important not only for the CB part of it, but I also have weather radio on this thing. And what else do I have? And channel 9 on the CB is also an emergency channel. So this gives you some more flexibility and options to listen to and know about weather alerts besides just your cell phone, because you may be in an area without cell phone coverage, and the 8-foot whip I've got on this truck will have coverage pretty much anywhere. So just to show you,
chance of rain 60%, Friday night and Saturday, partly cloudy.
So you've got good options there with the CB radio to have weather alerts besides obviously on your phone. So a couple things that I keep in the console, which is right here. This has a really good sized console in it for keeping a good bit of stuff. The first things I have, a set of comms. Real good if you're out with other people or something, you need to split up for any reason. This is a power inverter. So this goes from DC to AC. So powering things like laptops and stuff. Usually I have another knife up here. This is just my excuse me. This is my Pathfinder knife. Don't usually keep it in here, but right now I have it in here. Obviously not when I go to school. This is a small little container of some basic medication. The most important thing in here is Benadryl, in case of obviously allergic reactions, as well as guafedicin for mucus relief, and ibuprofen painkillers. So eye drops, just lubricant drops. Spare fuses and a couple cases of or packs of batteries for powering or getting my flashlights, having spare batteries for my flashlights and other electronic things that I've got in here, so that way in case I run out of battery on those, I have spare batteries. That's the main gist of the stuff I have up in the front. You know, that changes from time to time depending on what's going on in the season, but that's generally what I have up here. Guys, I appreciate you watching today. I tried to make this video as short as I could. One option, if you don't want to put a CB in your vehicle, you know, maybe you've just got a car or whatever and you don't want to do that, a good option is a portable weather radio. And I got this with a this is a mobile unit. I got this and a base unit that looks just like it, except you plug it into the wall. I got both of them for $5 at a Habitat for Humanity. So this is literally $2.50, and it runs off a 9-volt battery. And all you do is you pull the antenna up, and then you can.
Today's low temperature was 41. This low was 1 degree above the normal low 40.
And it's got a couple different channels, obviously, to pick up in your area. And this is something really good to just keep in your vehicle in the case of something happening or you're in an area with no cell coverage. This is a good option. So besides that, hope you guys enjoyed the series. If you did, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment below telling me what you thought of it. And so besides that, I'll see you on the next video. Take it easy.